studies.
Yeah. So I will be covering very important core aspects about the AI, how the AI functions and how do you interact with AI engines and what is the exact deliverables. What we will be showing you as part of this complete journey of your AI is the actual practical applications that you can employ in your clinic, in your hospitals, or even with yourself using AI. And if you hire an AI consultant, how do you tell the AI consultant what do you exactly want? So this is what we'll be teaching in the subsequent sessions of AI.
Right.
Yep.
So, ma'am, Shreya ma'am.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Though today I am not very well, but anyway, show must go on. So I am taking that. So today I think there are mixed of the participants. So some of those who have already joined the course registered, and some of the doctors who want some demo class. So it's like this. So we will start from last day we have only a introduction class, nothing as much. Today we will start actually from the very beginning. So before now starting, just let me tell you one thing that during the session, if you have any questions, just please unmute yourself and ask, because while showing the presentation, I generally cannot see the chat. So please unmute and ask. Of course, we will just reply you. And secondly, this is also one kind of general session where we will just come to know about the AI, prompt engineering, and of course the unstructured to structured data. Now, just sharing you a very good example. So, I went to IIM Ranchi for AI lecture day before yesterday. So there, one company came. They actually they are taking all the invoices and generating the structured data, means converting these invoices PDF or hard copy to the text format, and they are keeping it to the database. Now the IIM professor, he just questioned, okay, can we do it in case of the prescription as well? So I told yes, that these are all part of our work and we are already doing that. For in case of doctors also, this is very important. So we will gradually cover all the important things which the doctors are facing or facing challenges in the day-to-day life. And of course, we will not cover something which you cannot do. So we will cover everything which is very easy. So after the course, you can think, oh, this is so easy, so everyone can do, and that is very good. And during the course, whatever the problem you will face, we are creating WhatsApp group, so you can post your problem and we will definitely sort out the problem. Even sometimes we face the problems the doctors are facing, like that we cannot sign in to this Gemini or something else. We are sorting out all these problems. So please don't hesitate. Feel free to ask any kind of problem you will face during the course while you will practice actually the AI. So now coming to this second thing, why this session actually. So I know nowadays, madam, now you know very well, you are facing all the problems. So AI is already impacting healthcare, so we cannot ignore AI. So we cannot think AI is coming. AI is already here. So we have to learn AI. And already Mr. Parambi, he put his background screen. And the doctors who will learn AI, they will actually lead the medical thing. And of course, it is save time and reduce the burnout, because I know the doctors are really very busy in their day-to-day life, in their work. So naturally, it is not possible for them to do the repeated things. So if AI can help them as an assistant who is always present for 24/7, नो मैटर ऑफ, जैसे आज मैं बोल रही हूँ मेरा तबीयत खराब है, ऐसा AI का कुछ नहीं होगा. So of course it is better always हम लोग चाहते हैं 24/7 कोई अगर assistant हो जाए, so AI will do that things. And stay future ready, of course. We always हम लोग को future के साथ ही जाना पड़ता है. And clinical decision making at the end of the course, rather in Vizag also, I have shown you one model for the clinical decision making. So we made that, so we will cover that also. Understand the medical prompting. So medical prompting is something a little bit different. So if you attend the general courses, whatever there is going, there are so many courses people are taking on AI. So they are not focusing on the medical thing. So thanks to Dr. Kemani and all, we sat together, we decided the course content so that it is good for the doctors. And of course, now there is one more challenge in we are now using AI randomly. So there are some ethical things also that we should keep in mind. We should try to use AI in ethical way. And of course, patient communication is also very important. Sometimes when the doctors are talking to the patient party for any critical situation or something like that, the patient party, they generally do not want to understand. Now agentic AI can solve this problem a little bit. How and how we will solve these, what is agentic AI, we will cover of course in the course. So we will here to bridge the medical knowledge with technology. Now let us start with AI. So do you think AI is something new? According to me, artificial intelligence, this is not something new. It is there, it was there, and it will be there. Only thing is that after the generative AI, now everyone is talking about AI, AI, AI. But I am director of one more company, so they are into predictive analysis. So they are doing this AI work for last 15 years. When in India we generally do not talk about, we generally didn't talk about the AI, but they are doing from that time. So AI is nothing new. Even if you consider the human being, we are also learning from data, because naturally when we were child, we cannot do everything and anything. So एक छोटा बच्चा जब मतलब कोई जगह में हाथ लगाता है, गर्म लगता है, from there he can understand, oh no, it is hot, so we should not put our hands on this. So that means this data or information he or she is gathering, and from there it is just taking decision. So in case of predictive analysis also, we will take the decision from the previous data. Rather, AI is taking the decision from the previous data. Now let me give you one example. Day before yesterday only, again at IIM class, I have given one very simple example. So Amazon India, what they did actually, they made a model of AI. सो उसी मॉडल में उन्होंने क्या किया था, उनका मॉडल बहुत सिंपल था. सो उनका रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस इजी हो जाए, सो दैट दे कैन टेक easily with the help of AI. They can recruit the persons for them easily with the help of AI. सो उन्होंने एक मॉडल बनाने के लिए AI को प्रीवियस जितना डेटा था वो डेटा उन्होंने फीड कर दिया. ना प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ, उनके पास जो डेटा था प्रीवियस डेज का, दैट वेर मेनली फॉर मेल, बिकॉज पहले पहले मेल लोग ही ज़्यादा ज्वाइन करते थे अमेजन में, तो वो डेटा उन्होंने ख्याल नहीं किया, उन्होंने फीड कर दिया. नाउ AI बिकेम बायस्ड. उनको लगा जो नो, ये तो मेल के लिए है, अमेजन में फीमेल नहीं होगा, मेल ही होगा. तो वेन एवर फीमेल अप्लाई कर रहे थे तो AI मॉडल डायरेक्ट रिजेक्ट करने लगे, बिकॉज उनके पास डेटा के हिसाब से दे आर टेकिंग द राइट डिसीजन मॉडल. And one day it happened that Amazon has to scrap the model completely because it is not working for them. So you have to understand, since AI is taking decision based on the data, so if we put the wrong data or garbage in, garbage out. So if we put wrong data, so AI will give us the wrong result, and that time generally we tell, oh no, AI ye kar diya, wo kar diya. But ultimately we have to be very careful about the data, whatever the input we are giving to AI. And another thing is that sometimes we think that we can train the data with the US data, we can train the model with the US data and it will work fine in India. It's not like that, because you know very well it depends on the region, the people, the food habit. There are so many things, so we cannot feed another data and we can expect we will get a very good result from that. So first thing is that if we want to make a good model in AI, we have to have good database with us. Without these database, we cannot make a good model. Now, this is called predictive analysis or machine learning. Now, there is one more part that is called deep learning. So nowadays, you know very well, AI can tell everything from the image. How? So AI is actually dividing the image into different layers, and then from this layer AI can predict better than human being, because from the 2D image we cannot, every time we cannot exactly predict the problem, or we cannot calculate the things very well. But in case of the deep learning, since they are dividing it into the different layers, it is very easy to precisely doing something or find out some fracture or something in that. So this is called this deep learning. And another is that for which अभी लोग बहुत हल्ला कर रहे हैं, that is Gen AI or generative AI. So it is rule based, it is giving why Gen AI, you can remember something like that. It is generating some content for you. So whenever we are generating summary, we are asking AI to write a letter, email, or some images, so that means it is generating something new. So it is based on, or based on, of course, LLM, large language model. But since it is generating something, so it is called generative AI, right? So these are the three types of AI. One is that the machine learning or predictive analysis. Another is that the deep learning or image processing. And the third is that the Gen AI, where we can generate the text, we can generate image and video and everything. Now, this is my very favorite slide. Generally, I show it to all of you. So from this slide, those who of course didn't attend any of my class, could you please tell me what is that? इसका meaning क्या है? What we want to say from this slide? Anyone? Please unmute yourself. I
So
think it is
just tell what is wrong with the pictures.
exactly. What is wrong with the pictures?
You cannot drink soup with a fork.
Good.
Yes, very good. We
And you
cannot.
can, and that window is pretty high, and your
Ladder
that
is
thing is ladder is very small.
Very good.
Also, that chimpanzee's tool is not right. It's a bent tool.
And for the fishes also.
And with the hook, you cannot catch the fish.
It's a big hook for a very
Exactly.
small fish.
So basically that, very good, very good. Thank you.
tools are needed.
Thank you so much. So that means basically we are using wrong tools, right? So these are all tools. So we are using wrong tools. Now, in case of AI also, if we use wrong tool, so naturally we will not get the desired result. So we have to be very careful where we will use which tool. That is also very important, because in these 3 months we will learn so many tools. बट हर टूल का एक एक जगह में यूज केस है. सो वी हैव टू be very careful about the usage of different tools in different cases. Now about the prompt engineering, I tell again a very good example. What is prompt? Prompt means we are giving instruction. So if you think you are also giving instruction to patient party, to patient, to nurse, to other doctors, to juniors, to interns. So every day we are giving instruction. किसी ना किसी को हम लोग instruction देते ही हैं. Now the main thing is that if we cannot give a very good or complete instruction, so we cannot expect the work also in a very good manner. So as for example, if I will tell you, okay, I asked my daughter, oh, okay, just finish all the homework. So naturally, is it a good prompt? No, because see, she has so many subjects. So which subject, which homework, and from when, within what time she has to finish. Another example I am giving. If I will tell you, okay, today there is a class, AI master class, from we will start around 9 p.m. Okay, good, fine. But do you think it is a complete instruction?
Amma,
No. Why?
ji,
Very good. It
bas
is not complete instruction, but why? We are just saying, please, please, Dr. Arif, please. Anyone else? Why it is not? We are saying that, okay, today we are going to take AI masterclass from 9. So it is not complete. Why?
because it is not specified that in AI what on what subject we are taking class.
Okay, this is
So
one. Anything else? Good. Anything else?
So there is no information how we are going to access this class
Very
or
good.
on what, where it is available.
Very good. So that means we didn't mention even whether it is offline or online. If it is
Yeah.
online, then on which platform we will take the class? So there is no,
Information not complete.
pardon?
Information not complete.
Exactly. So that means when we can understand that the information is not complete here, in case of prompt also, we have to be very careful so that we will give a complete information so AI can understand and it can react. Now we will of course learn there are so many parts of prompt engineering when we can say the information is complete and very much right. I am telling you one funny thing also. So I have a ChatGPT paid version. So Parambir doesn't have. So that day he sent me a very lamba chora prompt. So I asked, what is this? तो ही टोल्ड मी, जिस श्रेया देखो मेरे पास तो पेड नहीं है, तो एक ही प्रॉम्प्ट में मैं चैट जीपीटी से सारे काम करा लेती हूँ. But that means we have to be very good in prompt so that we can write a single prompt and we can ask AI to do all these works. That's why we have to learn prompt engineering. It is very, very, very important because generally I give the example in your boardroom. So after 1 year, you will have one vacant chair, and rather you can say one invisible chair actually which will occupy by AI. Now do you know how to talk with this particular chair? So we have to learn how we will deal with AI, how we can interact with AI, how we can talk to AI. Now give me an example of clear and specific. So prompt engineering, first thing that we have to be very clear and specific. So if I tell me about heart disease, so it will keep on giving you example, because we do not mention anything else. But instead of that, if we write, explain the difference between angina and myocardial infarction in simple language for first year MBBS student. So it will give us very detailed. Now see here, we wrote also for whom we want. So if I ask AI for MBBS students, the result whatever it will generate, if I ask AI, no, generate it for a doctor, the result will be completely different. So we have to be very careful. I am giving you the example also in ChatGPT, so I am copying this. Now this time we will take more tools. We will actually take Grok. We will take the analytical tools also. So tell me about heart disease. So I am going to, sorry, just 1 minute. What's the problem? So I am going to ChatGPT, and then I am asking, okay, tell me something about heart disease. Here I did not mention कितना words का होना चाहिए, how and what is the detail for whom and AI will give the answer like a doctor or like a nurse or like one student. So it is very vague, and you will get the answer also very vague and this very small because we did not mention anything. Now, instead of that, if we can clarify it, then it will give us good things. So, explain the difference between this. So, I'm copying and pasting it to ChatGPT. So, you will get better result because at least it is also not complete prompt or good prompt, right? But you will, since we have written better than the first prompt, so here you will get better result: cause, pain, outcome, right? Now next is that if I ask ChatGPT, create a discharge summary for a 55-year-old male patient admitted for acute myocardial infarction and hypertension and type 2 diabetes. So that means we are giving all the details so that it can make a discharge summary also. Though today I do not want to tell you all the details because after my session, Mr. Parambir will take the session where he will tell you all this prescription, discharge summary and all. So just I am showing you the example, that's why. Now the next thing which I tell, in case of AI, we should tell the state, the role or persona. Now what is the role or persona? So we should talk to the AI like that. You are a senior orthopedic doctor explaining total hip replacement to the family
Oh,
member of a 60. Pardon? Any question? Okay. So you are a senior orthopedic doctor explaining total hip replacement to the family member of a 65-year-old patient. The family is worried and not from a medical background. Explain the procedure in simple, reassuring language, including what to expect before, during, and after the surgery. So that means we are defining the role. We are asking the AI, yes, you are senior orthopedic doctor, so we are defining here the role. It is very important. If we can define the role to AI, it will give us the result like that. Instead of that, if I write, tell me about hip replacement again, I did not mention AI is like, will behave like an orthopedic doctor, and the family member and the operation will be for a 65-year-old patient and family member, they are not from medical background. So here we did not mention anything, so it is a bad prompt, and this is a good prompt we have already copied. So here is a clear, reassuring, family-friendly explanation, exactly senior orthopedic doctor would explain. So I understand you are worried. See, it has written the whole script for that. Why do we need a total hip replacement? What happened before the surgery? Meet the anesthesia team. Pain will be managed. What happens during the surgery? What happens after the surgery? Pain control, hospital stay, and all. What to expect at home? How long does the artificial hip last? Is this surgery safe? The patient party is very much concerned about that. Final reassurance. So AI has written everything. Now, if you have any specific thing to ask AI, and if you ask specifically, it will give you better result. So every time, since if we can ask AI a specific thing, it will give better result. Now I told you, we should just mention role or persona. Here also another example, explain how to manage anesthesia during surgery. And good prompt is that you are an experienced anesthesiologist guiding a junior resident on managing general anesthesia for a 45-year-old patient undergoing laparoscopic something. I do not know the medical term. Explain the step by step approach and all these things, right? Drug choices, monitoring. So if we write in very details, it will give you the result. I will give all these things in this WhatsApp group so that you can practice first and then you can ask according to your choice. Now mention the purpose of audience. I told you about the role. Now next is that you should mention the purpose of the audience. So if we ask AI explain rotator cuff tear, and if I asked to explain rotator cuff tear to a 60 years old patient who has shoulder pain and is anxious about the diagnosis, use simple empathetic language and avoid medical jargon. So naturally the second one will give the better result, because here we have mentioned the purpose of the audience, right? So then refine today.
Ma'am, can you make it full screen?
Oh, sure. It's not visible?
No, it is visible. Just presentation mode.
Okay. No, actually, I'm just copying and pasting it in ChatGPT. That's why. So we are asking ChatGPT, explain rotator tear for 60-year-old patient who has shoulder pain and anxious about diagnosis. Simple empathetic language, medical jargon. So what is this? Tear means, what do you feel pain? Is it a serious condition? Surgery, what should we expect now? Final. So everything it has explained. So here we are showing, mention the purpose of the audience. So I will just take all these things next class, but today I am just giving you one, I am explaining you one thing. So in case of good prompt, there should be the 4 parts. One is that instruction, another is context, and the input data and output indicator. So instruction means what to do. Summarize the article in 100 words using formal academic language. So we are giving a very particular and specific instruction. Then what is context part? Context means we should provide the background information as well. So this article is for university professors to whom we are doing this. So maybe university professor, doctors. In case of educators, we can say it is for the educators. In case of students, we can say it is for the students. Rather, again, yesterday, since I took the day before yesterday, I took the class for MBA students, management students. So all the examples I took for the students. So there I had to
अरे अभी
instruct
भी
the AI
क्लास
for
ले
the
रहा हूँ, क्लास
students.
सुन रहा हूँ,
ले
Here,
रहे हैं क्लास,
सुन रहा
देने
हूँ।
का टाइम
देने का टाइम नहीं, देने का टाइम एआई के बारे में सुनना पड़ेगा
I
ना।
would request all of you to mute.
मतलब एआई इन मेडिकल साइंस सीखना पड़ेगा ना हमारा, वरना आप लोग
Everyone, please
गेम
mute
में जाना।
themselves. Everybody, please mute themselves.
चल रहा है।
The next is that the input data. So what AI is working with. So naturally input. So whatever we have a data, as for example, I am giving you one good example you can understand. So we have one particular article and we want to write one similar kind of article. So if we can upload this and we can ask AI to write an article like this, so it will give us better result. So we can upload PDF document, we can upload YouTube video, we can upload any Excel sheet, and so these are input data, and based on that we want AI to generate the result. And output indicator, so if we can specifically ask AI, it should be paragraph format, bullet format. So what should be exactly the output format, or maybe PDF. Sometimes what the problem we are facing, rather I got so many complaint about that, ma'am PDF AI generate कर दिया, हम लोग download कर नहीं पा रहे. Like how? कभी कभी AI PDF generate कर देता है, but we did not instruct the AI give us a PDF format downloadable form or downloadable PDF file. Whenever we are not mentioning this, AI cannot understand. So output format we have to mention. I am giving you one example. Today I told AI, okay, just generate 4 types of AI. So it is giving me text format, because I forgot to tell AI, no, I want a creative or JPEG format or image format. Then only it will give me image format. So this is output indicator. So there are 4 things, please remind, though we will take this prompt word, we will explain one later. So it is very interesting, but for today's introductory class I think this 4 is enough. So one is instruction, so what to do, Another is context, that means background information. Third is input data, so what AI is working with, and another is output, so what format we want from AI, right? Any question after this? So today we do not have more time, so tools we will learn again in the next class. If you have any question, just please ask.
No question till now. Will come
Any-
later on.
Okay. So if no one has no question, then I would request Mr.
AI
Karthik.
working with, what does that exactly mean? What AI is working with? There was this what AI is working with.
Which, where? In my slide?
Yes, ma'am. In the
Just
last
1 minute.
slide,
Let
there
me
is
open the slide. Let me open.
so input data. Here is the article. What AI is working with. So we are already giving the context that we want this information and all of that. So what does this exactly mean? What AI
Means
is?
this context.
Yes, ma'am. What AI is
So
working?
here we are giving the background. That means we want this output for doctors, for professors, for university, for medical students, for professional. So this is the context. So the article is for, now here I am giving the article is for university professors.
For the input data, ma'am.
This input data?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that means the AI will take the data and it will work on that data. Based on that data, it will give you the result. That's why what AI is working with means AI will take this and it will work with that. So whenever we are uploading some PDF and from there we are asking, okay, generate a report from this particular PDF. So AI is working with this particular data or PDF and it is generating report from that. So this is input data.
I'll explain it further.
Mhm.
Basically, it is an example. Okay.
Okay.
So you can get a set, you can give a format. Okay. You
Okay.
can give a format to AI that I want the output to be in this format. Okay. Suppose there was a question to there was a prompt to the AI, generate a discharge summary. Now the AI does not know what kind of format you want in the discharge summary. What are the things which you want to be noted and in which order? Okay. What you can do is just take a previous discharge summary, put it in the AI. You can actually upload that file, and the AI will look into that file, and the discharge summary which it will generate will be according to that file format. Okay.
So
So
I
that
have
is
to
kind of
mention,
setting a format.
so I have to mention that I need a discharge summary, the kind that I have uploaded, like something like that.
Yeah, you can just instruct that you can see that example. Okay. AI is smart. AI knows that if you have uploaded it, it is supposed to take that. But if you specify, it is even better.
As for example, I am showing one more example. Just give me 1 minute. Share. So see, this is Hunmata. So here I have uploaded the Udemy annual report. Right. So now based on the report, I can ask any questions like that. These are the questions. What were the main drivers behind Udemy's revenue growth 2023? So if I ask the question, AI will work with this particular document. So this is the input thing. Output now, instead of that, I can ask also, give me the result in bullet formats, give me one paragraph or whatever. So this is the upload input things, and based on that we are asking the result. We will of course cover all these things in our next classes, next classes. So this is just one example. कल मैंने दिखाया तो वो मेरे पास था इसीलिए मैंने दिखाया, but we
So,
will of course make it clear.
input not necessary, it has to be text. It can be image, it can be a video, it can be a website link. Okay, it can be so many different things. So AI can actually read those things. AI can actually you can actually paste a YouTube link, and actually AI can see the YouTube link and summarize that YouTube video for you.
Like
Okay.
what they want to say in the video, I can just ask.
Yes, yes. Okay, so that
Yes,
is
yes, you can
possible.
ask the summary of the video, anything like that.
Okay. So that is the input. Basically, that is the raw material which you are giving to the AI to work with.
I am giving you one funny example you can understand. That day, yesterday, I got a poster from one of my friend. I couldn't understand the meaning of the poster, right? So what I did, I have just uploaded this poster because ये क्या क्या लिखा है, I cannot read. So then I asked what is written. So see, AI can read and it can explain. Similarly, from any kind of poster image, it can explain you in very details, right? So this is input thing, right? Over to Dr. Kimani.
We do this on the free version of Chat GPT.
Yes,
Yes,
it
yes.
is available in free version. Only thing is that maybe I can do 200 things on the same day. You can do 50 things on the same day.
So the quality is same. The
Quality is
limitation
same.
is on the amount of volume which you can use.
And
But
I'm
still,
very sorry if आज का क्लास खराब लिया because it's too much headache हो रहा है तो मुझे लग रहे थे जो वो क्वालिटी नहीं हो रहा है but anyway.
No, no, you
no. So
can
one
ask
thing,
AI. You can ask AI.
Uh,
yeah, one thing
yes,
with the free version, suppose we are making a PPT. So can we insert image or video in that with the free
yes,
version?
yes. ChatGPT के free version में कर सकते हैं.
Can I ask one thing?
Sure, why not?
Okay, now many times it happens that AI is giving you wrong information and wrong things. How to correct that? Because it happens to me a lot of times.
We have a separate class for that. We will actually take a separate class for that because first we have to understand how to generate
Prompt.
correct things, correct prompt. Okay. So most of the 90% problem is in the prompt itself.
Okay, like you explained, I used a detailed prompts asking something. For example, today only, I asked a comparison between Denon X2800H versus Denon X2700H. I'm an audiophilic guy, so I asked for that. But they are saying that okay, 2827 they don't use direct live for compensation of the audiophilic room, but no, it does. So this
Right.
possible thing, I'm giving details also, but giving wrong answers. So I'm very confused. So I thought paid version will
Yes.
do wrong. So I'm using a free version. So maybe that's why it's happening. Maybe
No, no, it is not free version. Actually, see where ChatGPT is taking the data, where it is getting the
from other
information.
websites only.
Exactly. So there are some websites, there are ambiguity because some websites are actually showing some different content and they are saying that no, this feature is not there. And some other website might be saying this feature is there.
Hmm.
So the chat GPT does not know which is the correct information.
Yeah. So how can we trust AI that they will give us the right answer? And we have to follow that only then.
You cannot trust a human being 100%. How can you trust AI 100%? Okay. It is not possible to trust 100%. Okay. You have
That's
to
true.
use your own common sense.
True.
Okay. Like I was working with a project where I was supposed to give some article on taxation. Okay. Now, repeatedly I was giving prompt. I knew that the answer is this, but the chat GPT was giving repeatedly wrong answers. Then I went to a lot of websites and I saw that a lot of websites were giving wrong information. YouTube
Exactly.
was giving wrong information.
Hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
It is was about section 44 ADA, presumption taxation.
Hmm.
Okay, I can guarantee you 99% of chartered accountants also give wrong information to people
Hmm.
for that. Okay. Unfortunately, ChatGPT is just picking up that wrong information and delivering it. And it was not ready to correct. I was telling ChatGPT that you are wrong. Okay, still it
Yeah,
was posting the same content.
yeah, because the most of the memory of ChatGPT goes in that direction, so they will of course give you that only,
Yes,
right?
yes,
That's the
yes,
whole thing about the
yes,
memory.
agree.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is a tool But you have to understand that everything what ChatGPT says may not be right, and we have different tools. We have tools which are more right. Okay, we
Yes.
have tools which are more creative. Which we have tools which are good with images. We have tools which are good with videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Images is required because every time you upload something on ChatGPT, it gives you the wrong image, always wrong image. I have never got a right image ever.
Okay. So we'll help you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over to Dr. Parambir. Parambir sir.
Thank you. I thought my turn won't come. I was about to go to bed. But it is very interesting to see all these questions that are emerging. It at least gives us a confidence that there is a thought process that is happening and you all are thinking about AI. So I will just briefly tell you before I start my class, AI as a engine, all AIs, whether it is ChatGPT, whether it is Gemini, Perplexity, any engine, all AI engines are extremely compute heavy, which means that they have a large data farms, server farms, memories, GPUs doing all the processing work. What this means is all this processing work is power hungry. It requires a lot of power. To set up a simple data farm, a server farm of 100 flops requires almost 2000 kVA or 2 megawatt power plant. So you can imagine how much energy these AI engines require to process your request, which also means that they by design are made to take shortcuts. AI engine will always give you a shortcut answer based on your prompt. If you ask a particular question, like the gentleman who was asking a comparison between a camera, and by just mentioning, give me a difference between this and this, or that headphone which you were talking about, Denon, it will, or the audio system, it will give you the shortest answer, irrespective of whether it is correct or wrong. AI doesn't take any responsibility for its answers. Under all AI engines, a disclaimer is very easily given. Please cross-check, AI can be wrong. You have to be very specific when you ask a question, and that is where the prompt engineering comes in, where you actually channelize. You use the funneling AI effect, where you funnel your question down to narrowing down to forcing it answer what you want. But if you give a generic AI, generic question to the prompt to the AI, it is going to give you an answer which in most of the times can be wrong. So please be very clear about the prompt. It is like a human being. A human being will always take shortcut. वो छोटा रास्ता ही लेगा. He will never take the probably the correct U-turn which is to be taken. He'll go over the divider. That is what all AI engines do. They will take shortcuts. They will, because they do not want to expend so much of resource in one person who's asking a question, because it's a price resource. Therefore, there is a ban on the GPUs. That is why the GPUs are at premium, because all the GPUs energy is required for the AI engine to work. And that's where, we'll be covering the prompt engineering part, where you have to understand how the prompt works and how effectively you can use a prompt to get what you want. So towards this, if you all notice in the WhatsApp group, I have uploaded one image file, which is a patient discharge summary form. We will use it as part of the demo. So please download it onto your desktops or your computers. We will eventually run that once we go through my presentation. So I'll just start the screen share. Right, is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. So, like I told you in my introduction, that I will be covering the core AI aspects. So, the role of Shreya is very simple. She keeps your mood happy, and the moment you start seeing me, you'll start feeling very morose, because this is how I cover AI, and this is what AI is. If you're able to understand this concept of AI, you can beat anybody in AI, but you must understand these concepts. The topic that I'm going to cover today is unstructured to a structured clinical data, and how do you use AI for that? So what we will try to understand today is what is unstructured clinical data? How do you convert it into an actionable structured information? And thereafter, we will explore the advantages of a structured data and highlight simple tools how we can do it in a daily practice. Don't get bogged down by these terms. We will cover each and every aspect of this in today's class. So at the end of the class, the key takeaways would be, it will enlighten you all about the power of the data conversion, how to understand the unstructured data. It will also empower you that tomorrow, if you hire an AI consultant to convert your unstructured data to structured data, how do you want the data to be seen? How do you want to see that database? And then, of course, the data analytics part to examine and carry out analysis of the data that you've converted from unstructured to structured. Yeah. Somebody is using a pen. I'll request you to kindly undo that. Okay. Yeah. So just understand this. What we're going to do today is understand what is an unstructured data. So I will clarify and clear the concept as to what an unstructured data is. We will introduce you to what is a structured data. What is the AI's role in doing this data transformation? What are the advantages? What are practical tools that the doctors can use? What's the way ahead? And then we'll do a demo where you yourself will be able to convert an unstructured data to a structured data. All right. So before we start, can we have a quick answers from you? What do you understand by data? What is a data? Anybody? Random words. What is data?
Anything you write or anything you do, any byte is a data basically. Anything you even move your mouse is a data.
Okay. Good.
Any information is the data.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else? What is data? In a normal human field, even if you delink it from the computer world, what is the data?
Collection of facts.
Collection of facts. Okay.
Collection
Can
of
be
facts,
false. I mean,
information,
facts may not be always true. It can be just a piece of information. Okay. What else?
statistics,
Statistics. Okay. What else is data? All right. So let us go back to narrow down to the medical field. In your medical field as doctors, what is data for you?
Patient information.
Absolutely. What else?
biochemical levels, hematological levels.
Absolutely. So that's data for you?
Basically, everything that is written in a book is a data for us.
Correct. So data is a collection of facts, figures, symbols, or description that can be processed and analyzed to extract meaningful information. All that is data. It can be numbers and it can be non-numerical also. And in computing, data is often stored electronically that can be manipulated for specific purpose. So that is by general, how do you define a data? What is the data? Therefore, it's a raw facts and figures. By itself, it will have very little meaning. For example, if you have a biochemistry or if you have a medical data of a person, it by itself has very little relevance unless you're able to run some kind of a data processing, some kind of an analytics on that. If you have an X-ray image, by that X-ray image has no value unless there is a radiology report, unless there is somebody has gone through the image and has given you some kind of information. What is this image all about, and what is supposed to be the likely line of treatment? So it is a data, but it's a raw data. Unless you are able to convert that raw data into a form which you can use, which you want to convert, and which you want to extract, that data has no value. Therefore, the data must be converted into a form where you can run some kind of an analytics and generate some kind of information out of it. Therefore, what is an unstructured data? Anybody? Unstructured data. Now we know what is a data. You all answered beautifully. You all have got the concept what is a data. So let's understand what is an unstructured data. Anybody?
Just an assembly of facts, statistics without any meaning from it.
Okay.
No, it's basically bytes, random bytes. We have to arrange it in a way that you can understand it basically.
Okay. Anything
Data
else?
which is not organized is unstructured.
Yeah.
Very close. Correct.
You can understand unstructured data also. It is not necessary that you cannot understand. You can understand, but you cannot manipulate that to do further processing.
Yeah. You can't do any kind of an analytics on that. You can't
Analytics.
generate reports, you can't understand trend, you can't do a predictive analysis on that. Therefore, an unstructured data is all your medical reports, all your documents that are insurance claims, all the images that you use in your medical day-to-day life, all the audio recorded conversation, the transcripts, the discussions that you have in kind of your clinics and all. Now, all these are important pieces of information by itself. But can you do some kind of an analysis on this? If you just have a scan copy or an image copy of somebody's MRI, image copy of somebody's ECG, or image copy of somebody's prescription or a diagnosis, can you do some kind of an analysis on that? You cannot, because it's a fixed image from which the information has yet to be taken out. It has to be put in a structured table, and from that table, you would like to run out the analysis. Therefore, that all these things form unstructured data. Now let's have a look at unstructured data. This is the document that I have shared with you. It's a simple hospital discharge summary. All hospitals will have something like similar to this, a field plus, a field minus, a different way of organizing and on this. But by and large, this is how your hospital discharge summary looks like. This is an unstructured data. It has everything. It has got the patient name, it has got the patient's ID, it has got the doctor's name, it has got the complete symptoms and all, it has got the discharge study summary, everything is in this. But it is unstructured. You cannot take out data from this asking an analytics or AI who were admitted in the month of September 2020. It will not, because it's an image. You have not put it in some kind of a format from where it can read this. So you have to extract each and every field out of this document, put it in some kind of a structure, and thereafter you will be able to run an analytics and create a complete database. You will have hundreds and thousands of discharge forms like this. How do you manage that? How do you run a query? 5 years down the line, if you want to know who was admitted on this particular date or who were discharged for a particular reason, you will not be able to do it because this database has not been converted into a structured form. Therefore, the challenges that are associated with unstructured data, we've already covered. The unstructured data conversion still struggles with, the interpreting the handwriting, because that is in a domain which requires a lot of AI engine and a lot of study is happening in that. But still there are challenges happening in interpreting the handwritings. The radiological images, there are specific tools that are only dedicated to radiological images. They don't do anything else. So they have a large amount of training database that handle radiological images. Creating metadata, that is how identifying when I search for a particular database, it should be able to bring it out from that complete record, which is converted into a structured data. Storage requirement. Unstructured data will be stored in the form of an image. Storing an image, we are all aware. If you click a photograph from a camera, how much image does it store on your image, the space that it takes on your camera. Convert that into a structured database. It's a form of a text file. It takes much less amount of storage space. Searching the database. Once you have put an image converted into a database, you are easily able to search. And all these things, you can secure the data. Otherwise, you'll have to keep locking those image files, which can be broken. But if you have a structured database, you can easily lock those files. It is common to all. Once you have a structured database, you can keep shifting it from one hospital to other clinic for extracting the health record. the patient is not stuck to a particular hospital. The analytic database is available online as part of an online health record. Therefore, the solution comes down to that you need a structured data, which is ease of use, scalability, analytics. It is interchangeable. That means the records can be updated every time. And it is most importantly, it is searchable. We will see this with example, and then you'll be able to understand why do you need a structured database and what is all hospital and clinic specifically struggling with today. All right. So this is what a structured data looks like. It's in a proper sheet. There are customer IDs, there are last name, first name, the addresses, zip codes, the countries, everything. If I want to search a particular thing in this as to how many people are from Los Angeles, it is able to give me that database. If I want to know how many customers are there from USA, it will be able to filter it out and give it to me. Because all of this is organized under certain tables, under certain database. It may be as simple as an Excel sheet, but it still allows you to run a query. You are able to organize it. You are able to extract. You are able to run an analytics on this. Therefore, the structured database is organized in a predefined format, tables, database, or spreadsheets. Computers can easily process this, and the advantage is we already understood. They're easy to understand. There is a consistency. It is efficient and takes very less space to store. And of course, you can lock all these cells. Therefore, you have a safety and security associated with the structured database. How does the AI then help you convert your unstructured data into a structured data? So AI uses the natural language processing and the machine learning, where it understands the pattern, entities, and relationships and is able to finally give you out a structured data output. But the basis of all of these is the prompt. How effectively you are able to tell the AI engine what are you wanting from that. If you simply upload an image and tell him that please convert it into a structured database, it will not. It will do something, it will give you a garble which will not meet your requirement. There will be no consistency, because if you keep loading image, if you load 10 patient discharge forms and ask him to convert it into a structured database or convert it into Excel, it will do it. There will be no consistency. It will keep changing the fields with each and every scan because it does not know what rule to follow. And like I told you, excuse me, it will start taking shortcuts. So initially it may cover the complete patient discharge form. Thereafter, it will start missing out fields and you'll be left with the data that will be of no use to you. We can skip this. We have understood the benefits of this. We'll not waste time on this particular part. So way ahead is that embracing AI by doctor is not about technology. It's about enhancing your patient care and optimizing your practice. That can only happen if you have got clear insight on what the patient has, what kind of information you have about the patient, how easily you're able to access it, how safely you're able to save, because it becomes, it is it will help in your research efficiency and will help you in decision making. We will be subsequently covering things like, clinical decision support systems and all, where you will understand why the importance of structured data is there, because this particular class forms the bedrock of all your subsequent classes. So we'll just run a quick demo on this. How the demo will run is what I will try to explain to you now. I'm sure by now you would have all downloaded that image file which I had given to you in the chat window of WhatsApp, because the people have issue of downloading images or document from Zoom. So I put it in the WhatsApp group. So can I just have a shout out as to, have you been able to download that document, or you want me to wait for a minute?
Done.
Okay. I can't see the chat, so I'll request everybody to just randomly tell me whether you've been able to do it or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Which document we have download?
Downloaded, no? Okay. So I'll take that most of you have downloaded it. Now, if you open this document and have a look at this image file, this is what is on my screen is what is the image file like. What all does it have? This image file. So it's got this provider, which is, they call as doctor. So the doctor's name is here. There's a patient name. The patient gender is there. When he was admitted, when was he discharged, where was he discharged to, what was his age, what are the basic clinical symptoms that were mentioned in this, what is his patient ID, what are the diagnoses and the medicines and advices that he has been given, and then there is a discharge study summary which has been included in this. All this is information, but you can't run a query for reasons that we've already discussed before. So, yeah, somebody wants to say anything, or I'll request you to please mute your mic. So, what do we do with this document now? It's a very important document for all the hospitals. It's a patient discharge form. Similarly, you will have admission forms also. So, the aim is that if you can handle this kind of a document, you can handle everything else. So, our goal is to, specific details, extract it in a format and convert it into a JSON object. Now, this JSON is a term that has just struck you, so we'll not confuse you. I'll explain to you what is a JSON. JSON basically means JavaScript Object Notation. All right. So it doesn't require any programming for you. It doesn't require you to understand a programming language, but you must understand what is JSON, because JSON is what you will be coming across in most of the AI courses, whether you take it from us or anywhere else you read. JSON is a very, very important aspect in all AI. The AI engines talk to each other in JSON. Within the AI, the data is handled like a JSON, in a JSON format. What is a JSON format? I'll just explain to you briefly on this. JSON is basically consists of key value pairs. What is a key value pair? Key is the name and value is the information that you associate with this key. So there is going to be a key and there is going to be a value. Why JSON? I've already told you it's the most widely used data format, primarily for transmitting data. When you want to transmit the data from AI to your local computer, or from an AI to other, or between server to any web application, it is lightweight, human readable. How is it human readable? We'll see that, and then you'll understand why JSON is so simple. And it is language independent. That means irrespective of which AI engine you're using, the JSON stays standard. The JSON language is agnostic to any AI engine. So you can use JSON on ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, name any engine. You can just put a JSON code over there, and that gives you a standard prompt to be able to extract the data from anywhere or from any task. So we will understand this aspect. Therefore, our aim is to use JSON, the prompt, to convert this unstructured data to a structured JSON format, and then we convert it into a file. Okay. So what do you want from a JSON desired output? We want the doctor's name, which is here. We want the provider ID. We want this doctor's name. We want the ID of the doctor, the patient name, patient ID, gender, age. We want all these parameters. We want this. What was his medical history? What is his family history? And what are the social habits? All this information is available on that form. We would like to extract this. So how does this work? So, like I said, it contains key and a value. So in this case, the key is the doctor name and the value is Matthew Jackson. Similarly, the key is provider ID and the ID is that of the doctor. So there is a key and then there is a value. So when you fill up a form also, there is a field called name where you put your name, Dr. So-and-so. There's an address where you put your address. So the address becomes the value. There's a phone number where you put your phone number. The phone number is the key and what the number that you enter is the value. So JSON works on the same form. So there is a key and then there is a value. So this is how it works, the key and the value pair. Don't get confused. Once you look into this, it will become easy for you. Okay. So now, how do you go about using ChatGPT to do the structured, unstructured to a structured So you have to craft a prompt. Now, though there is nothing called as perfect prompt, but when you use JSON, you can get close to the perfect prompt because you're talking it into the language the way AI understands, and therefore JSON prompts are that is why JSON prompts are very popular. So we have to assist. We have to ask the AI engine that assign a role. Now, when Shreya will cover the prompt engineering part, this aspect will come out. You have to tell the prompt, the AI engine, what is it supposed to do? What role does it have to take? She's covered it also partially, but more of this will cover. So here I'm assigning the role. I'm saying that you are an AI engine and you are a helpful assistant. So therefore it understood that it has to assist me in something. That extract details from the provided image and formats the output as JSON. Now this is the prompt that I'll run. You are a helpful assistant. Please extract the following details from the attached image format and output as JSON using the keys. This is the prompt that I'll give. Further in my prompt, I will tell it, specify the details, where I'll give the details, what I want. I will define the keys, what keys I want. I will upload the unstructured data, that is at form, and execute the prompt. So let's look at this step by step. So we had seen this in the previous slide. This is the kind of details that I want from this form, because I need to specify, why these details are required, because you need to tell the AI engine what all fields you want. There are some fields that you will not want, so you don't want to extract those details. So you have to specifically tell him what fields you want to extract from that particular form. You will define the keys. What are the keys? These are the keys. And each of them will have the value. So there is a doctor name, provider ID, and all these things that we've seen. So these are the keys that will be there. Then we upload this form, which is the unstructured data, and then we execute the prompt. So this is the kind of a prompt that will happen. You are a helpful assistant. You are a helpful assistant. We've seen the following details from the image format and JSON key. So I specified that this is the key, and the key should have the value of the doctor's name or provider's name in full. Provider ID, the doctor's provider ID. So like this, I've specified each and everything. And here I have given all the keys that I wanted to populate. This will get even more simpler once we move ahead. Now I'm talking to you about absolute basic of the JSON. What all keys I wanted to fill for me. So we'll now go to the demo part. What I'll do is, I will, to help you all, I have already prepared this prompt. I will copy this prompt and put it in the chat window so that you all can just copy this prompt. So all that you need to do is upload this image to ChatGPT. We'll do that right away. So we add this photograph. So we uploaded this image. We paste the prompt over here and we run this. So let ChatGPT do what it is supposed to do after understanding the prompt that I've given. So I'll request you all to simultaneously do it in your ChatGPTs. Or in fact, you can do it in any of the AI engines. Like I told you, JSON prompting is agnostic to the AI engine. See, this is what I've got just in front of you. It has extracted exactly those same information which I wanted from this document over here. Is it visible to everybody? Can I have a shout out? Yes, no?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, yes.
Have you all been able to try it out?
Yes,
Please try it
yeah.
out. Yeah, I've given you the image, I've given you the prompt, just copy paste it. That's all you need to do, and this will come out. In your own time, please run the same prompt in different AI engines so that you're able to understand how AI works. So if you have been able to get it, if this has been your output, then congratulations, you've been able to run the first JSON prompt and been able to extract the data. Now, please keep in mind, what you have just got is just a JSON data which has come out in the AI engine. The AI engine has given you this. Now the same above output can be converted into Excel or any kind of an SQL database for record keeping. This aspect we will understand in the next class because I don't want to drag you too far. It's almost 10:15. But we will start from here where whatever this data we generate, we're going to convert it into an Excel sheet so that you understand how do you save this data. Like this, if you've got 10 different discharge forms, all those will get appended as individual records into the your database. So extracting this and putting it into an Excel is what we will learn next time. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer. I know it's a little big to absorb on the day one of the class, but let me explain to you. This is the large prompt that I've shown. Once we start moving ahead, I will explain to you how simple the JSON prompt can become. You may not need to specify all these details, but since we are specifically talking about converting a unstructured piece of paper into a structured format, you have to go into the details of exactly asking it what fields you want to extract from there. Otherwise, like I told you, the AI engine will take shortcuts and there'll be inconsistency in the results of the the prompt. So you may not be able to get a consistent value in all these in all the answers. So any questions? Anybody would like to shoot out a question? Please ask. Please be free to ask.
Which one to use when? When do you use ChatGPT? When do you use Gemini? Is there any specific indication like that?
No.
We have a session for that
There is a
also.
session available for us for this. Shreya will cover. Will she talk about various AI engines? Each AI
Yeah,
engine
which one to use?
yeah. So AI engines are generic AI engines and there are some specific AI engines. All AI engines depend on what kind of a database it has been trained on and what kind of an output is expected from that AI engine. So she will cover a class where it will explain to you where does ChatGPT score higher, where does Perplexity come, where does Copilot come. So that will be covered. So you'll get a fair idea as to which AI engine is suitable for you and how to use that. I myself use about 8 to 9 AI engines before I come to some kind of a conclusion because I like to cross check and cross verify various things. Some are facts, some are fictions, some are not substantiated. So that's all. It comes with practice. So that's all.
Yeah. So for the same thing, can I ask one question?
Please.
Basically, we want to use this so it saves our time. But writing so many prompts in detail such things is gonna take a long time. Instead of that, I just write it
Yes.
in Excel one time and just add the name of the patient, date of the patient. It's much easier and much faster than using the chat GPT and waiting for the answers to come and then reading everything again and then correcting it also if it is wrong.
Same
So
question from me, my side also.
yeah. So along
So
for that, I have already done this that I have made a JavaScript app from the ChatGPT alone itself also, but there are many bugs coming into that. So we need to correct those things.
yeah. So please keep your question to subsequent classes. We are going to run to you various models and prototypes that we have developed. And we use a different kind of approach in that. We use for Python and programming and all for that so that you have some kind of a consistency. You also have an option of using offline AI engines, which you can download onto your computers and run them without having go online. So there are multiple ways of implementing a particular solution. It depends on how easy you want to go out and what kind of a result that you want is the way you will implement it. Like you are saying that every time you have to upload to ChatGPT. So what I'm trying to bring out is that you may not need to do that every time. You can run a particular Python script and upload that image, give a database of that image. It will keep loading and keep generating the data for you. It is possible to do that. You don't have consistency in that? Yes, you will not get consistency in that because you'll have to be very, very clear in what you ask. You have to exactly define those fields. And also, if you've seen in one of my prompts, I had mentioned, it is mentioned in the end, don't make assumptions. AI engines are prone to making assumptions. They will try to, advertise themselves that they are not missing out on data, and they will start putting dummy data or dummy fields for you, which you do not want. And in medical field, you can't afford that. Therefore, in your prompts, you have to mention the line, don't make assumptions. If a field is blank, leave it blank. So
Okay.
those are important
Okay.
aspects. We'll cover that subsequently. All these queries of yours will get settled down, but I'm glad you're coming up with these questions because it'll give you a fair idea as to what are you going to head into the next 2 months or so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Anything more?
Thank you.
Sir, sir, as a medical student, how do I use the AI ethics based?
AI?
Ethics based.
Ethic based. Ethic based.
We
That
have
also we will
we
cover.
have a session. We have a session. Shreya will cover on
Ethical.
ethics in AI and where to use AI and where not to use AI. And we are very, very strong followers of ethics in AI because that is one of the question that raises on the morality and the ethical aspects of the AI. Where do we use AI and where we do not use AI is what she will cover in ethics in AI. So that will be covered.
Thank you.
Yeah. But
Today
like
is the
once again,
starting day, exactly.
yeah. So like don't get bogged down कि ये इतना बड़ा JSON prompt सिखा दिया, I will never use it. No, you don't have to learn JSON. It is not for you to learn JSON. But like I brought out, what is important for you to understand that this is one of the techniques available for you to extract data and unstructured data to a structured data, so that when you call any AI consultant tomorrow to develop an application or a prototype or a model for you to structure your complete unstructured data, which is there in a clinic or a hospital, he or she should not give you a wrong advice that it is not possible. You should be able to tell him or her that yes, you can use JSON prompting and you can generate a database for me. So that is the
Okay.
aim of explaining to you.
So we are not supposed to learn JSON now, isn't it?
See, I am not
See,
teaching you JSON.
Praranbe sir, let me answer this question. Okay. See, AI learning is not linear. Okay.
Okay.
So there are many different stops, and we cannot go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 4
हाँ
5 point.
बस दो
Okay.
पाँच दो हाँ 2 मिनट रुक मैं खोल देता हूँ.
Yeah. So basically, since it is not linear, you tend to get lost. You tend to get confused at why we are teaching this JSON prompt now. Half of the class thinks that it is very important. We have to learn everything around. Half of the class think, अरे ये तो कभी जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगा. Okay. Believe me, it is necessary to understand how a child learns. A child learns, if you tell a child 2 plus 2 is 4, he will just remember that thing. He will not think that when I will earn money, then I will have to add 2 plus 2 and then put in the bank account and ask my chartered account. No, he does not ask you that what is the application of 2 plus 2. He just remembers that. So there are two parts of anything to learn, new thing. Whenever you are learning new thing, there are few basic fundamental things which cannot be broken down into more fundamental things. You have to just learn it. Okay.
Right.
Yes. Just learn the concept. Then
Got it.
application
Got
part
it.
of the concept will come later on.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Then everything will fit into that matrix. Like when you build a building, you see the pillars are built first, then floor by floor is built, then the
Yeah.
walls are built, then the interior is made. It is not like they build one flat complete first, and then again another flat complete first.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Dr.
So
Manoj, you have given the right example because you are the childish in the field of AI. So you had make me mug up JSON, JSON, JSON. That's it. We mug up with JSON.
yes.
Then we will use
Okay.
later on.
Yes. So just key points to take from this JSON. What I wanted, Parambi sir, what I want you to do, whatever output you got from ChatGPT, that screenshot you post in the group, and everybody post their own screenshot and match that so many people have given the same prompt and how much it is very much, is it same or is it a different answer?
Okay.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see. Please
Yes.
run it on engines other than ChatGPT. Run it on Gemini, run it on any AI engine that you use, and let us see how close you get to the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So their consistency was the first question where Dr. Pudhar had asked. He does not get consistent answer, he gets wrong answers. So here what we are trying to train the AI. Okay, we are trying to tell the AI this is exactly what we want. So negative prompting is one big aspect of prompt engineering, and also building boundaries. Okay, that you are supposed to work in this area only. Okay, I'll give you an example, another example. What do you mean by capital?
Capital city or capital money?
अरे कैपिटल पनिशमेंट भी हो सकता है.
Yeah. It can be anything, capital.
Yes. So if you ask ChatGPT what is capital, he'll give you so many different answers. So if you use a word capital, it will try to assume that you are trying to use it in a context of as an orthopedic surgeon. Okay. But that assumption may be wrong. You may be actually talking about your finances. Okay. So you have to be very particular what you are asking.
Okay, one last question. One last question. Sorry, sir.
Yes.
So this is my thinking that Copilot used by Microsoft, isn't it using ChatGPT behind the scenes and giving the answers from ChatGPT, and I'm just using Copilot?
No, no.
They are rivals.
No,
Microsoft,
not at all.
Yeah, I know, but
Gen AI, they will never share their engines.
because large language learning of how the AI is made is basically Copilot has copied the same thing from ChatGPT and they have made their own Copilot, right? So I think it's the same thing, different name.
No, no.
No, okay.
See, you may find it because the training data, the database that they access may be more or less similar, but that doesn't mean that both are same. They are absolutely different engines run by different firms with a different database, different bank of servers, close guarded secret. They're all different. It just so happens that you may feel that there is a similarity because the results are coming very similar because the question may be so generic in nature. If you ask the schedule of Durga Puja, all AI engines will give you the same answer. So that doesn't mean that they come from the same family. But if you ask very specific questions, that is where the differences will start happening, and that is where when you ask somebody was asking for a difference between headphones Denon or the
Yeah,
Denon receiver.
sir, I only ask, but I ask in very clear prompt. Does the Denon X2800H use direct live or not? Simple, very good and detailed prompt. It says no, but it does.
Use what? Can you repeat that? What were you asking the engine?
Yeah, so I asked, does Denon X2800H use direct live or not? It said no.
Direct live.
DIRAC, direct, not direct. DIRAC, live, LIV, live, or
Could you
not?
please place this question in the group
You,
so that we can
you send it in group. Okay. You
Yeah,
send
yeah.
it in group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it
put
actually
the
does.
question in this group.
Yeah. Sure. I'll do
It will
that.
be interesting to see the answers.
exactly.
Yeah, and I'll share the screenshot, like Dr. Manoj said. I'll share the screenshot of that prompt reply that we got from the ChatGPT. You all please share your replies also and put the. I'm not, frankly, to be very, very frank with you, I've not run this query in any other engine other than ChatGPT. You please run it in any engine that you want and keep posting your reply, but put under the reply which engine you run it in so that we come to know that what is the kind of reply you got in that. So, if there are no questions, I'll leave it to Shreya and Manoj for concluding remarks, please.
Yeah.
Sir,
So we
sir,
just
as a
yeah, please continue.
sorry, sir. As a medical student, how can I use AI? If you can give any suggestions.
See, again, this is adult learning because before learning the basics, we want to find out that what is the use of it. So this is a typical human nature as an adult. We want to know ये काम क्या आएगा. Then we start learning. Okay. So just for a time being, today is 14 November, Children's Day. Think like a child. Okay. And just think that a child will not ask you why you are learning geography, why you are learning history. Okay. They're just told that you have to learn and you have to write this question answer in the exam. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. A lot of things will be cleared, like when you progress, then you will not have to ask this question afterwards.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So the moment brain starts asking, no, what is the use of it? Then the brain stops learning. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So today there are the participants from demo group as well. So those who want to join, we will share the actual link to join. So would request you to please fill up and join.
Okay. So those who enjoyed this today's class can actually give a reaction, thumbs up.
We'd
You know
love
how
to
to
hear
give a
from you. We'd
reaction.
love to get your feedbacks on the WhatsApp group because while we would have structured the class based on our understanding and past experience, we would love to hear from you what you want us to cover. We can probably, redefine our classes. So long as it falls within the AI ethics norms, we'll cover things for you and try to bring you up to speed on what AI is.
And in all the group, demo group as well as a normal group, you can write also your expectation from the class if you want something unique or something you want specifically. You can share that. Over to Dr. Kemani.
Yeah, I understand that the first this class can be overwhelming for many people, but we have tried to, believe me, we have tried to make it as simple as possible. AI is a huge field. You can take like 5 years, 10 years to learn AI, but we have broken it down to very, very simple chunks. Okay, so that like as a doctors, we can grasp those things and make it useful. Okay. And of course, Shreya ma'am and Parambi sir are great. Like Shreya ma'am has a different tone to speak, and Parambi sir has a different tone to speak, and the combination together creates a great environment for learning.
Yeah, so somebody in the previous class had mentioned कि सर आपका शक्ल देख के हमको जेसन याद आता है. So you will start having the Jason nightmare, but then eventually you'll start loving Jason so much that you
Exactly.
get enough of it.
Exactly.
In fact, when I started learning and understanding Jason, I started falling in love with that, and I started using Jason in everything, including the image that Dr. Manoj has got on his wallpaper.
Exactly.
It was during the Durga Puja time that we had run this.
Yes. Okay. So if there are no more questions, I think we'll end this session. We are right on time.
Thank you so much for joining, and I will send the registration link also those who did not register and want to register.
Okay. Thank you everyone for your patient
Thank you so
listening.
much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.